My teenage daughter ruthlessly humiliated her biological father in public, and I am so proud of her. Greg packed his bags on a Tuesday morning. Lily was 5 years old and sitting on the living room rug watching cartoons. Greg told me he was suffocating. He said domestic life was a trap for mediocre minds. He had met a group of angel investors online and was moving to Austin to launch a tech startup. He said he needed to build a legacy. He kissed Lily on the forehead, told her daddy was going to be a millionaire, and walked out the door. For the first year, he sent sporadic texts, usually late at night, bragging about venture capital meetings or networking parties. He missed Lily first day of kindergarten. He missed her 6th birthday. When I asked for his half of the preschool tuition, he told me I was dragging down his hustle. Eventually, the text stopped completely. I worked double shifts at the hospital to keep us afloat. It was exhausting. Then I met Marcus. Marcus was a pediatric physical therapist at my hospital. He was quiet, steady, and completely grounded. He did not care about legacy or hustle. He cared about people. We started dating when Lily was 7. Marcus never tried to force a bond. He just showed up. He brought her favorite bagels on Sunday mornings. He spent hours in the driveway teaching her how to ride a bike after I gave up out of frustration. When Lily was 10, Marcus and I got married. A year later, he asked to adopt her. We tracked Greg down to a rented room in Nevada. His startup had collapsed. He signed the termination of parental rights without a single argument. He wrote a note on the paperwork saying he was pivoting to a new industry and child support was a liability right now. The day the judge finalized the adoption, Marcus took Lily to get ice cream. She asked the waitress to call him dad. I cried in the car. Fast forward to last weekend. Lily is now 16. She and Marcus spent the last 2 years rebuilding a vintage Mustang in our garage. It was their ultimate bonding project. Saturday was the local classic car show. They were so proud. They had the hood popped, showing off the engine they rebuilt from scratch. I was taking pictures of them smiling next to the car. Then a man walked up to our spot. It took me a second to recognize him. He looked older, tired, wearing a faded polo shirt. It was Greg. He did not look like a millionaire. He looked like a man who realized he made a massive mistake. He walked right past Marcus and tried to put his arm around Lily. He called her his little girl. He said he was ready to be in her life again. He said his journey was finally over and he wanted to come home. Lily stepped back. She looked at him like he was a confused stranger asking for directions. Greg pulled a small velvet box out of his pocket. He said it was a necklace. He said he bought it to celebrate them finally reuniting. He pushed it into her hands. He started crying, telling her how much he regretted focusing on business instead of family. He said blood is thicker than water and he was ready to be her real dad. Lily did not yell. She did not cry. She just looked at the box in her hands and then she looked at Marcus. Marcus was standing a few feet away, holding a wrench, letting Lily handle it on her own terms. Lily held the box out to Greg. She told him he was confused. She said she already had a real dad and he was the one who taught her how to rebuild a carburetor. She told Greg to take his necklace and leave because he was blocking the view of their car. Greg looked at me, expecting me to intervene. I just crossed my arms. He tried to argue. He said Marcus was just a replacement. Lily cut him off. She said Marcus was an upgrade. Greg stood there for a long time. The crowd around the car show was starting to stare. He finally took the box from her hands, turned around, and walked back toward the parking lot. We watched him get into a rusted sedan and drive away. Lily did not mention him for the rest of the day. She just grabbed a rag, polished a smudge off the fender, and bumped her shoulder against Marcus. She asked her dad if they should get burgers to celebrate. Greg spent 11 years chasing a legacy he could never build. Marcus built his legacy in our driveway, one Saturday at a time. Greg is gone for good now, but we are completely fine. We have everything we need right here.